Have you ever had a deep intuition that there's more to you than just this physical body and this mind? Have you ever experienced your limited identity of being just a person fade away a little to reveal this expanse of open awareness, simply witnessing what is in peaceful bliss? These occurrences aren't just merely fleeting thoughts or fantasies. They may be signs of a non-dual awakening, an awakening into the deeper, true nature of yourself, a remembering of who or what you truly are. Your true nature is infinite consciousness, awareness, infinite being, love, peace, freedom, and awakened intelligence itself. You are the universe appearing to itself as a human experience, and the revelation of your true nature in this human life can appear as these seven signs. Loss of subject-object perception. The lines between me and the world start to blur or dissolve completely. You experience reality as this undivided screen of awareness, this vast open consciousness appearing as the world in the dance of life. There's no separate individual that knows the world or experiences life. There is just life appearing. There is just simply this vast open awareness appearing to itself. There is just simply what is. With awakening, this is remembered to be the true and ultimate reality. Non-dual, not two, no subject, no object, just infinite consciousness appearing, or simply what is appearing. The suffering that's generated by believing yourself to be an individual limited sense of self ceases, and instead you experience yourself as this boundless, timeless space as which the whole dream of life is unfolding. Decreased emotional reactivity. Emotions remain, but they no longer feel as if they belong to a heavy sense of I. Before, it felt like every emotion, every feeling was happening to me. Now it's seen that there is just raw feeling, raw sensation in the body. The thoughts are seen as a story, which you're more likely to question, and you get the deep sense that making anything personal is pointless and perpetuates suffering. You experience your anger, pain, and sorrow as this open awareness, and you experience that your true nature as this beingness remains completely undisturbed and unharmed, which means your emotions have the chance to rise up in the light of awareness and resolve themselves, meaning you're increasingly less triggerable over time. You have the perfect foundation for healing trauma now, knowing that it's not personal, knowing that the personal sense of self is an appearance of infinite awareness. You're able to experience feelings related to stuck emotions, pain or trauma, and honor them and resolve them, all whilst knowing that they don't ultimately define you and can never harm or limit your true nature. You know yourself as this infinite consciousness, infinite awareness, infinite beingness that's beyond birth and death. It's plainly obvious to you that the appearance of human birth and death are an appearance in consciousness, and who or what you are as consciousness is beyond birth and death. You know yourself as this infinite awareness, infinite consciousness, infinite beingness that's beyond birth and death. It's plainly obvious to you that the appearance of the human birth and death are an appearance in consciousness, and who you are as consciousness is beyond birth and death and undisturbed by them. Birth and death are not the beginning and end of you. Birth and death appear within you as the birth and death of various forms, but the transitory nature of form, including the forms of the human body-mind system, are no limitation of your true nature and limitless nature, timeless awareness, instant access to inner peace. You begin to notice that no thought, no feeling, no sensation or perception has ever harmed awareness. You notice that nothing that appears in the world of form can disturb who you essentially are as this infinite awareness, which is like a vast open space appearing as all the form, but ultimately untouched by it. It is, in fact, the space that gives life existence. So any disturbance on the level of form, in the form of thoughts, feelings, painful or challenging experiences, continue to be a challenge relatively, but ultimately they're seen as simply what is appearing. And it's known that what's appearing is no limitation on who or what you truly are. Increased vividness of the senses and of feelings. It's not essential to have no thoughts to have a non-dual awakening. Your true nature is unconditional and immediate, even if the clouds of chaotic thoughts are appearing. But when you're living without a heavy grip on your individual identity, your interest in thoughts tends to diminish. And this frees up a space within consciousness for the vividness of the senses to cut through. The light may appear as brighter and vivid. Sounds are clearer when they're not being obscured by the mental podcast of thoughts. The sensations in your body are palpable, alive, and spacious. Instead of being all caught up in your head, you're deeply present with the moment, deeply present with your feelings, the raw sensations in your body, and the vividness of sense perceptions is keyed up. Reality pops. It's like you're lucid in a dream. In fact, you are lucid in the dream. It's like an opaque film that was covering your eyes has been ripped off. You're one with everything because you are everything. Everything becomes impersonal. With non-dual awakening, you can't guarantee that you aren't going to have your moments of unconsciousness, moments of feeling like an individual person who's being offended or attacked or subjugated in some way. But with awakening, the illusory nature of those thoughts and the illusory nature of even being that person is quickly seen through. It's quickly seen that it's all you pushed out. It's not personal. It's not about you and them anymore. It's simply what is. And when you deal with situations from this perspective, you're able to deal with them more effectively. If you get triggered, you stay present and you just experience the raw sensations that have been triggered in your body before immediately listening to all the thoughts and getting completely lost in the personal story. And people react to you less because they sense it's not personal for you. They sense, even subconsciously, that you're not carrying around a heavy concept of them in your mind. They sense that you're not committing the first form of violence against them. You're not conceptualizing them as a separate, limited entity. You are instead aware of your shared beingness and mutual infiniteness. You see the God nature in them, and even if you don't particularly like them and don't want to spend any time around them, there's nothing within either of you to latch onto and fight with, and so resolution and a return to love is increasingly possible, whether you come together or set some boundaries. Spontaneous love feelings. Before, love was always for something, for things, for another person. There had to be the presence of a particular person or situation in your life for you to feel love. Now you recognize that the whole thing is made out of love, and that feelings of love arise in the simple, sustained awareness of your being. You realize that your being is peace. Your being is the happiness that you've been searching for in external appearances. Check out the description to find freebies in the links and a link to speaktoalex.com, where you can apply for a free call with me or one of my team to see if you'd be a good fit for my bespoke one-to-one coaching program, the Awake and Aware program. More details in the description. See you in the next video. Peace.